Back in Detroit, the field is set for the running of the winner-take-all final of the 2001 Chrysler Jeep APBA Gold Cup. Miss Budweiser owner Bernie Little has won the Cup 13 times. His driver Dave Villwock has 4. It would be the first for Mark Webber or Steve David, our winner in Madison. For Mike Hansen, it would be a dream come true. Zenetics drivers Greg Hopp and Terry Troxell are in the final. They too have a shot.
Boy, you could cut the tension with a knife. Notice that the boys have their race face on. The crowd's getting ready to go. Even people in the pits, the families, they're starting to get a little nervous and starting to get a little uptight, ready for the start of the race.
It's been a long 2 days of racing. You see Bill Wurster there and his Lumar team. They went out early with damage. Kim Gregory has hopes, even though his team is running their second boat. Wife Debbie pacing along the pit wall. It's a time that every boat racer dreams of, a shot at the Gold Cup. Bernie Little has won the thing 13 times, Mark. Nobody will ever top that record.
I think it'll be a long time before that ever happens, but he's still very competitive. He still wants to win another one.
You saw Lori Jones, she and husband Mike, owners of the U9, a boat that's very lucky to be here after tremendous damage suffered in our last event in Madison, Indiana. They got it together. They weren't even sure they would be here for the Gold Cup, and now they are in the final heat.
You're right. They talked about going home. I said, Mike, come on up. You're here. We got materials. We got people. You can make it.
Here's the field. It'll be Mike Hansen, Dave Villwock, Steve David, Greg Hopp, Mark Webber, Terry Troxell. Those are the lanes that have been drawn for them. It'll be Troxell way on the outside. Mark Webber will be in the middle of the field. A hometown racer. This race means a lot to him.
It really does. He's helped, sponsored by the Detroit Yacht Club, and he'd sure love to put on a good show for all of his friends and family.
Now, Terry Troxell joined the Zenetics team less than a year ago. The #1 driver there is still Greg Hopp. This is considered the team's #1 boat. Troxell has really come on strong.
He really has. Terry's got a lot of experience in the smaller boats, and he's getting the hang of the big boats and really loving it.
Dave Villwock, Miss Budweiser, has to be the favorite, I guess, anywhere they go, and they're running well.
They really are. The fans want him to win. They've got a lot of competitive spirit, that's for sure, and they're hoping on another Gold Cup.
Mike Hansen with local sponsorship from Tubby's Grilled Submarine Sandwiches. Wouldn't that look good on the Gold Cup? Steve David and the Oh Boy Oberto, the upset winners in our last event in Madison, Indiana. Now, we're on the backstretch. 32 seconds to go, Mark Evans. We need to talk about the start. You must arrive at the line as the clock ticks down to 0. If you're across too soon, you are penalized a lap. You have no chance. If you're too late, the field leaves you, and again, you have absolutely no chance to win the Gold Cup.
Man, I'm not even in a boat, and I'm sitting here squirming all over the place. And there they come around the corner. It's a short run to the clock. Right now, they better mash the gas.
Whoa!
Oh, my gosh. Budweiser spun out. Can you believe it?
Budweiser spun out before the start. Dave Villwock is not going to be a factor in this Gold Cup. The rest of the field is on time. In fact, they're a little late. What a story we have already. The final heat underway, Mark Evans. No, Dave Villwock.
Oh, my gosh. This means that we're going to have a new Gold Cup winner no matter what. Hansen looks like he hit the start very well. Dave's getting ready to take off and get back out there to see what he can do as far as picking up points.
He's going to be hopelessly behind. Dave Villwock and the Budweiser spun. Coming around the Rooster Tail turn, we talked about how treacherous that turn was. It took Villwock out before the start. And look at Mike Hansen. He has the white boat, the U9, the Tubby's Grilled Submarine Subs out ahead in the Gold Cup.
Holy moly, he's trying to keep a straight face. He's trying to concentrate, but being out front like this is a just fantastic feeling. So now you just got to focus on what you're doing, keep the pedal mash down there, and keep the boat on the water.
He has tremendous speed chasing him. Here comes Mark Webber. That boat loves this river. The green Zenetics boats are back there. Hopp and Troxell giving chase, but Mike Hansen is our leader after 3/4 of a lap. This a 5-lap final heat. Mark Evans, he has a pretty good lead as he comes by the grandstand the first time.
He really does, but he knows how rough this race course can get. 5 laps seems like a long ways. Hey, it looks like these wings starting to break in the back.
What a story this would be. Mike Hansen out of Auburn, Washington. He's been racing a long time. He has a couple of wins, but nothing this big, and he has a pretty big lead over the 2nd and 3rd place boats, Steve David and Mark Webber.
He really does. I can't believe it. He must have had a really good start. He got an inboard shot from the Bud. He's trying to make up time, but look how far away those Rooster Tails are.
We seldom see anybody ahead of Dave Villwock and the Budweiser onboard camera. In that shot, everybody was out there. In fact, Hansen, the leader, is coming up behind Dave Villwock.
I imagine Hansen is laughing. He's probably wondering what Dave's doing up there. He's probably got it figured out now. Again, he's just setting his sights sights on getting this thing around the course, and listen to his radio man. Here comes one of the Zenetics boats. Greg Hopp is gaining on him.
Greg runs very, very hard when he's back in the field. He likes to go to the inside, follow the leader through a smooth spot there. Imagine what Mike Hansen is thinking now as he comes down to complete lap 2 of 5. Mark Evans, he is leading in the Gold Cup. He has to concentrate on what he's doing, but if that thought passes through his mind, it's got to really be something.
He's just got to focus on what's happening out there. Just drive the boat. Now, inside the cockpit, you hear a lot of noise. The water, when you hit the water, just like you can hear now, you can hear the engine and the gearbox noise, but when you hit the water, it sounds like a drum beating, so he's listening for extra sounds that, possibly something going on wrong, and he's just got to stay focused on driving the boat. As
we found out earlier, you don't always come out of the turn every time you enter one here on the Detroit River. So Mike Hansen just has to keep it on the water, keep the R. Oh, boy, took a nasty bounce there. Now, did he have time to recover with the canards, or was he just lucky to land right?
I'll bet coming out of that Belle Isle turn, he already had his foot on the canard, so he was on top of the situation. I think that broken wing in the back's got a little bit to do with his boat becoming a little bit ill-handling.
Budweiser handling fine, but at the start of the heat, Dave Villwock hooked it in the rooster tail turn, did not make the run down to start-finish with the rest of the field, and has not been a factor. In fact, he's running less than a quarter of a lap ahead of the leader, Mike Hansen.
Well, he can't give up. Dave Villwock and the Bud team, they want to get the national high points, so he's going to go out there and finish this race anyway, pick up as much points as he can. Maybe someone in front of him will break down and he can get a decent position.
This morning, we asked each owner in the pits what the Gold Cup would mean to their team, and this was the answer from Lori Jones.
This is the biggest thing in all of the boat racing that my husband and I, and probably Michael Hansen, have been involved in. The Gold Cup is it. Unbelievable. I'm very hopeful today. Too good to be true for us, but hey, it would be absolutely phenomenal.
Mike Hansen, you saw him come by. Now he's on lap 4 of 5. Mark Evans, do you keep the hammer down and run the back stretch at 2:10, or do you ease off just a little bit? It's rough back there.
Well, right now you'd ease off a little bit because you're talking to your radio guy. You know you're out front. You're just trying not to grin from ear to ear. Keep your focus. Just keep that boat on the water. So no, you do not need to go full blast.
Greg Hopp, you saw him running second in Zenetics 1. He is not gaining on our leader, Mike Hansen, and we could have quite a story here. He's going to come down now and take the white flag. 1 lap to go for Mike Hansen, driving Mike and Lori Jones U9 Miss Tubby's Grilled Submarine Sandwiches. And I'm trying to picture that engraved on the Gold Cup. What a great story. Oh, look at Steve David.
Oh, my God, the wing just came flying off. Oh, this is real dangerous, too. If that upright gets down in front of the exhaust, it'll catch that material on fire. You'll have flames shooting out after a while.
An indication there of how rough the Detroit River is. He didn't hit anything. That's just impact with the water, tearing that boat apart.
That's how violent these race courses and these race boats can be. Again, you'll notice Mike Hansen's wing, it's cracked. I'm sure in all the rest of the boats, there's some kind of damage.
Dave Villwock coming around now to complete his 4th lap. He has gotten by Terry Troxel in Zenetics 2. There comes Terry running now at the back of the pack. And next you will see our leader, Mike Hansen. Where is he? He should be, there he is, just into the rooster tail turn. Look at him bounce the boat, turn it left. At this point, he's got to figure, I've got the Gold Cup. Mark Evans, what a story.
Holy moly, he's probably screaming at his brother over the radio. We won, we won. Now just got to get it back to the pits. Oh my gosh, the crowd is just going wild.
Mike Hansen takes the checkered flag. Tubby's Grilled Submarine Sandwiches wins the Gold Cup. On the left of your picture there, that is Larry Hansen, the crew chief. Mike's son, who we've known since the day he was born. That crew might sink that dock. Imagine, Mark, you've won boat races, but imagine the feeling in that cockpit right now.
Oh, it's just giving me goosebumps thinking about it. I sure Hansen's starting to shed some tears, trying to figure out what he's going to say to the folks when he gets back to the dock, but he is just in heaven right now. What a fantastic win for Mike Hansen and the boys.
You saw the damage to Steve David's Oh Boy Oberto as the field returns to the pits. Mike Hansen, I'm glad he remembered to open the lid before he stood up. Is he excited or what? What a great story.
He doesn't even know what to do next. The guy's just having a great day.
Is with the 2001 Gold Cup champion, Mike Hansen.
Oh, man. Boy, I never dreamed I was going to do this kind of an interview, pal. You look great out there. Congratulations on a Gold Cup win. Of all wins, Mike, what a deal.
I owe this one to the crew. You know, I tore the boat up last weekend doing a couple of stupid stunts, got mad, made a mistake, and just crashed it. They hung in with me. I mean, they worked every minute I asked them to work to put this thing back together. Without them, I couldn't have done it, Mark.
Unbelievable.
Where's my brother Lawyer?
He's right here somewhere.
Oh, man.
Congratulations. All right.